Hi there. Welcome back to the channel. This is Rust Reality Recaps, where we cover 90 Day Fiancé, trash reality TV, and garbage human beings. We're going to be talking about 90 Day Fiancé, Season 11, The Tell-All, but I'm only focusing on a couple topics that I actually found interesting. If you want a full recap, there are plenty of other recappers to check out if you want a full episode thing. We're just talking about points of interest today, okay? So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of you so much. My subscribers have shot up quite a bit this week after quite the lag lately, so I want you guys to know that I really appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I don't like Shekinah. In fact, I didn't cover her or Sarper at all this season. Sarper's hilarious, but I just can't stand Shekinah. I was gonna make fun of her in that one episode where she was crying about the bed the suite not being cute because the bed was in the wrong room. The entire time I was watching that episode, I was sitting there screaming at the TV, "So move the bed!" And what did they end up doing? Getting a party planner or a wedding planner in there to then come up with the grand idea of getting housekeeping to come in and move the bed? You dolt. Oh, problem was solved after that. Wow, shock. But anyway, she got some good jabs in at Amani at the Tell-All, and I don't like Amani one bit. After she got the plastic surgeries, she looks 100% worse. It's like she's wearing her mental illness on the outside, and she can't take 1 ounce of accountability for herself. She blames social media standards like some sort of victim, and then she blames her partners when they were simply expressing concern for her well-being and her health because she lost too much weight. Her twisted brain, I want to add narcissism as a layer in there as well, translated that as, you need a BBL, you need a facelift, you need a nose job because you're not attractive anymore. Make it make sense. And then she found this to be a perfect opportunity to take shots at Shekinah and throw her under the bus for also having gone through plastic surgeries. But Shekinah says that she went for her plastic surgeries for a completely different reason than Amani, and that was a great burn because she said she went for it to change things about herself that she didn't like, whereas Amani did it to fit into some sort of box or to please society or social media standards, which is dumb. There should be some sort of checklist when you go in for these procedures, and if you fail the psychological test, the doctor should deny you. But unfortunately, that's not how the world works. If you have the money, you get the things. So, yeah. Can't take 1 ounce of accountability for herself, and then she projects non-stop. She accused Shekinah of being thirsty for screen time when it's 100% obvious to most viewers that the throuple in general were designed as clout-chasing screen hoggers. I don't even know how to put it into an eloquent term, but they are so inauthentic and phony that it's sickening. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see them. And I'm concerned that they're going to be the new it couple that get forced on us season after season after season, like Gino and Jasmine. Oh my God. Shekinah threw herself under the bus, though, with the trans comment towards Annie. She knew that was fucked up. She knew that was going to be insulting. And then she contradicts herself when she backpedaled, trying to say, "Oh, I think trans women are beautiful. You're the one that has a problem with trans people." Aaliyah's sitting right there the entire time like, trans people, what? Why is this a derogatory term? Why is this an insult? They should have just said that the surgeries had made them look more masculine instead of bringing trans people into it. That was a language mistake that nowadays it was like, I'm surprised that Sean didn't shut that down and get them, because they're gonna get themselves canceled most likely.
Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. Today we're discussing the Tell-All Part 1 for 90 Day Fiancé Season 11. You guys already know that I am no fan of Shekinah, but I'm also no fan of Amani. So this episode was content gold for me because they were both frustrating and funny as hell. First, we see Shekinah backstage with Stevie, who asks her about Amani. Shekinah doesn't like her because they have already spoken on social media, and Amani warned her that she was going to be shit-talking at the Tell-All.
You're planning ahead to be a bitch to me, and you have to be I felt it. Okay, so my intuition might be right.
Then we see Matt, and Amani show up, and Amani has a new face and body. I could hardly recognize her, as I honestly thought she was Aaliyah after more of a transition. My bad.
Surgeries, like I got a BBL, I got a nose job. I felt the pressure to do all these surgeries to fit into this box that society created.
That is the dumbest excuse I've ever heard. Take accountability for yourself.
In the process of doing so, I lost a piece of myself.
Lost piece of myself. And she also blames her partners for forcing her to get the surgery. Meanwhile, they heavily deny this and say that they were simply concerned about her health because she had lost too much weight. And then she jumped to conclusions and went and got a bunch of surgeries. Matt doesn't recommend a throuple because it's hard work juggling two women. Lots of drama. Who knew? The cast is being introduced backstage, and when Shekinah and Sarper arrive, the tension is so thick between her and Amani you could cut it with a knife.
So beautiful. This series like my Insensitive Fiancé, like girl crush.
What is that laugh? Jeez.
So I should be careful.
Hi, I'm Amani. Nice to meet you.
Amani is awkward as fuck trying to get Shekinah's attention, who is deliberately shutting her out, giving her the Amish shun.
They tell you I'm also wearing green? No. They're different colors of green. It's fine.
Amani claims she tried to reach out to Shekinah for friendship, but that doesn't make sense if she's planning on shit-talking her for clout and attention. It's obvious as fuck to me. In order to make themselves more relevant, have more screen time, they designed drama for themselves non-stop this season, including the tell-all, riding off the coattails of alumni cast members. Aaliyah is running late again. You think she would have learned from, her engagement and her wedding. Apparently not. When they get to stage, they even get called out for always being late.
Are you guys always late? Oh, just comes in now. No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, kicking off the tell-all finally, Sean points out Shekinah's new face. I don't care. Shekinah is like Cell or Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. She is ever transforming and hasn't found her final form yet.
Because I had all of my filler dissolve, so I needed a little lift.
What do you guys think? I don't think she looks really any different. I still see handsome Squidward when I look at her, but yeah, that's just my opinion. While they are focusing on her and Sarper's relationship, Matt takes it upon himself to interrupt with a line that sounds 100% rehearsed and performative, as if Amani has trained him to do this on command, specifically for the tell-all. These two are super inauthentic. Everybody sees it and nobody likes it, and that's with Sarper and Shekinah in the same room. That's bad.
Married me. I put a stainless steel band around her finger.
It was like $100.
Everyone is like, okay, thanks, I guess. Sarper gets the best line in. It's not about you guys right now. Shush.
And I mean, I'm privileged to be next to her today. It's not about you guys this time. It's talking about you.
Sean moves it along to another couple, and we focus on the throuple now because I'm moving it along. We're going to talk about Amani's new face.
So much to dig into with the two of you, but right now we're going to go on. Now I want to turn to Matt, Amani, and Ani. It is good to meet the three of you.
She had a bunch of procedures done. In my opinion, it's way too much. She looks generic as fuck. She looks weird and botched, like a weird evil forest elf creature. The nose is botched like Michael Jackson. She looked better before. I can understand wanting to fight some signs of aging or improve a few things on your face or body, but if you can afford it, more power to you. But this is extreme. We already know she has mental health issues. The surgeries are a physical example of that. When they ask if Annie likes it, she says she thinks it's too much. Amani found this to be a perfect example to take shots at Shekinah.
Unlike Shekinah, it's not necessarily something I'm proud of.
I love Shekinah's burns, though. She did a good job.
Actually, I kind of got pressure from like social media image. You did it for the wrong reason.
You did it for the wrong reasons. What was the point of getting surgeries if you didn't want to not look like yourself? Right, dumbass? I love that. And I don't even like Shekinah, and what little respect she earned with me plummets very, very quickly, but I had to give her a pat on the back for that because Amani is super annoying and projects nonstop.
Like me anymore. But you didn't want to look like yourself. That's why you got the surgery, right? Well, I don't want to lose who I am and not look like myself. But then what was the point of getting surgery?
Right? Dumbass.
You're rude. I don't know what your problem is.
Amani can't handle not being the victim of social media standards or taking any ounce of accountability for herself. She even blames her partners that they are the reason she did it, inserting words in their mouth once again to push the narrative that she is a victim.
She's just so thirsty for like screen time. Oh my God. I tried to talk to you in private about it and say, but
Projecting once again. Oh my God.
of course you had to come here and create drama about it.
You are so
I'm
calculated.
saying that I'm calculated. Calculated is the perfect word.
They are super inauthentic and exhausting. No one cares. I find it funny how often she projects and calls people out for something that she is completely guilty of. Accusing Sarper and Shekinah of being thirsty for screen time. That is so her. No shit, Sherlock. So Sean likes to focus on the useless parts of the relationship dynamic.
When a couple adds an extra partner, it's not surprising to have extra drama.
So Sean wants to know if they're still a throuple, and not one of them can agree on the amount of time that they weren't speaking, but apparently they never broke up. Amani had sent Brenda or Ani flowers for her birthday, and that rekindled things, which is really funny to me. Sarper says that he believes Ani's narrative on everything, not theirs. That's too funny.
No, I did reach out to her via text and we chatted a little bit. I also sent her flowers for her birthday.
They sent me flowers on my birthday.
Look at that smile. That's a woman who had secured the bag. Everything is double when you're in a throuple. So she's thinking, cha-ching, cha-ching. Of course I love her. Amani's eating this up, but I mean, she has to be aware that this is all about the financial benefits for Ani or Brenda, and hey, all the power to her. But then we find out that Amani doesn't expect Ani or Matt to ask for permission to have sex without her anymore. So they have been going and having trips together and spending lots of quality time having sex without her. And it turns out that Amani and Brenda have never had sex solo without Matt yet. And everybody's suspicious, like, what's up with this? Does Brenda even like Amani? Does she even like women? She's saying she does, but they don't have enough quality time and they never have time together. And Amani stresses that she works too hard. She's too stressed out being an entrepreneur and a mother to have sex.
Wow.
Aren't you jealous?
Not at this point, no.
Did you love
Honestly,
him?
of course I do.
Of course you love him, but physically you are still passionate to him?
Sarper is on it. Like, he points out that it seems like she recruited a replacement to do what she couldn't fulfill in the marriage for Matt. He says you got him a toy. She denies this through and through, but I'm wondering.
It's not like I went and recruited Ani because I'm so busy I need to find like somebody to do what I can't do. That's not the case.
Considering her track record with projecting, I feel like she just told on herself. It's not like I recruited her to do what I don't have time to do. I'm thinking 100% that's what's going on here. Matt was saying he was doing this all for her, but he's the one coming out on top. It's funny.
We were concerned about her because she was not healthy anymore.
They sent me down like an intervention and they were like, well, you look too skinny.
Oh yeah, so Sean decided to focus on the whole surgery and facelift aspect of their relationship instead of the sex dynamic. Good for you, Sean. Good work.
That's what you presumed.
100%.
Okay, Ani, what do you think about the way Amani looks?
Ani thinks that Amani's surgeries were way too much extra, but she supported her, similar to Matt, and Sarper says they never listen.
I had 5+ surgeries. Like, my daughters would ask, oh, mommy, why did you change your nose? And I was ashamed to even answer that. I don't want anybody to feel that way, especially my daughters. To me, plastic surgery is not a flex.
More shots fired at Shekinah for no reason whatsoever. She says that's how you end up with a bunch of facelifts like Shekinah.
That's how you're going to end up with 3 facelifts and 3 nose jobs or whatever. Like, Shekinah.
Shekinah's very good at staying cool, calm, and collected. You gotta give her that.
But it seems Shekinah's very happy with her results. I mean, she's done multiple surgeries. Oh, my God.
Why are you so obsessed with me? And I am wondering that as well. Stevie's face is me. Why is she so obsessed with her? Is it like a little bi crush that Shekinah didn't reciprocate any interest or friendship towards you? It's frustrated you?
I don't, because I didn't want it exposed.
What was the question?
She asked if Ani was trans. And told me not to tell Ani, but of course I told her, you're not trustworthy. I literally asked, my priority and my loyalty is to my girlfriend.
Wow, so insensitive to Aaliyah's existence. She's sitting right there. So Shekinah heavily contradicts herself here, and I want to point it out.
Her feelings? I didn't hurt her feelings. You did. I'm sorry, but why is that shameful? If I asked any woman here if you were trans, would you be offended?
So while they're using the word trans like it's a derogatory term,
Sorry, but why is that shameful?
Shekinah tries to backpedal saying it's not shameful, but in the same breath said
You clearly have a problem with trans people. Like, that's messed up.
that it would hurt her feelings. So Shekinah, you know that was a fucked up, offensive question to deliberately be insulting. And I think the politically correct, non-offensive way to go about this is to say the surgeries made you look masculine, not trans. Poor Aaliyah.
Answer her. And you make new surgery for change your face. You are the trans. Come on, girl.
Sean's sitting here like, uh-oh, are we getting canceled over this? I gotta check.
That's insane for me.
Poor Aaliyah sitting there having to endure this I support trans woman faux pseudo support bullshit buffoonery while they're also using the word trans like it's a derogatory, offensive term. But yes, I think the correct term would be the surgeries have made you look masculine. And we have to wait till next time on 90 Day to see what happens. Thank you for tuning in. Kate, thanks. Bye.
That was a wild tell-all. I'm sorry for not focusing on the other couples, but I just couldn't be bothered with it. It was a lot of everybody fixating on Stevie's sexuality, which mine is quite similar to hers. It's all about a soul connection. It's all about whether you vibe with someone. It has nothing to do about their gender, which I agree with. So I really didn't like everybody picking on Stevie that she owes people the truth. She owes Maddie the truth. She doesn't owe anybody jack shit. What if she doesn't know? And even if she doesn't know, maybe she does know. She doesn't owe anybody an answer. That was so annoying to me, so I'm not even going to focus on it. We will potentially talk about Aaliyah and Sean in a different episode, different video. I can't be bothered with that right now, but Aaliyah was really annoying with her time management, disrespect, and apparent selfishness, and I was so elated. I think I got such a serotonin boost when I saw him charge out, be like, I'm done, I'm leaving, I'm over it. And I mean, they still got married, but it was so bloody awkward after. Oh man, that man was not happy. He had been checked out the entire season, to be honest with you, but that day he was checked out until he was like triggered, and then he was like, I've had it. I can't do this. I'm at my wit's end. It was so good. It was nice to see him stand up for himself finally, because I felt like Aaliyah and her little friend there with the weird big giant BBL were always doormatting him and treating him with no respect, and I really didn't like that. That girl is so annoying. She thinks that she's a good friend to Aaliyah, but I like how he called out, she was supposed to be helping keep her on time. What the fuck was she doing? What was she doing? So yeah, those are my thoughts on this for today. Part 2 is coming out shortly, and then this season is wrapping up. Thank God. It was awful. I hated it. And we have Happily Ever After coming out next. So we get more Jasmine and Gino, more Lauren and Alexi, more Stacy. No, not Stacy, sorry. Darcy and Georgie. And a few other couples like Yara and Jovi. That other girl and Guillermo. So it's going to be... it's going to be a messy season with a lot of manufactured drama from some of the couples I'm predicting. But anyway, please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I love and appreciate comments as long as we keep it reasonable and somewhat respectful. I'll see you guys next time. And please remember that you are valuable and you matter, and I appreciate you. Bye-bye.
This was Rust Reality Recaps, where we cover all things 90 Day Fiancé, trash reality TV, and garbage human beings. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I'm so close to hitting 1,000 subs. I really am so happy about that. Yay! Thank you, all new subbers, and all the loyal ones that have stuck around. You guys are the best. See you next time.